Hey guys, how you guys doing? Welcome to the Jump Inside end of the month of April podcast, and today we are talking everything simulator games, and whether you're not, what you guys think of them as well. So if you guys got any ideas of what you guys think, don't forget to mention it in the comments below. Though if you are listening onto our after podcast radio app, then please just enjoy what you hear. Right, anyway, let's get started. I'm here and I'm joined by Blue Fox. Hello, Blue Fox.
Good evening.
Blue Fox, tell us who you are and just give us a bit of information about your channel to anyone who doesn't know who you are.
Alright, well, I have a small YouTube channel. I talk about video game discussion, video game design, all that kind of sort of content. And well, yeah, I do one video every month because I'm very busy.
It's awesome because he does it all in like an Italian / Netherlands accent. It's really good. It's lovely. Check it out. It's really bloody good. Also, we are joined by Alwood. Blue Brothers. Mister, take it away.
Hey guys, it's me, Old Productions here, and I would like to thank S Point for letting me on his channel. So I just do a bunch of funny gameplay videos. And so yeah, just check it out. We are almost to 100 subscribers, and yeah, and I have a fine Southern accent. And
he's
America.
He's prepped that up he's practiced that 7 times already. So yeah.
Yes, I have.
And last but not least, coming in right at the end, we have the real Camzoid.
Yes, sir, it's the real deal right here. So my channel is mainly about game and content, and not the kind of content you expect. You will see something that you will not see on YouTube. Expect some short, funny gaming videos, of course. And as for my upload schedule, well, expect a video sometime, I guess. That's me.
He'll make a video when he wants to.
He'll make a video whenever he wants to.
And
he
that's
will
the
do
bottom
whatever.
line, because
It's
real
his
guy
channel.
said so.
No touchy his channel.
Don't touch his no square.
Okay,
Yeah.
so basically, everyone, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pitch in some games. We're gonna ask some questions about them, and they're gonna be based on simulator games. And we're gonna go on to the real Camzoid first, and he's gonna talk about his opinions on what he thinks about simulator games. In total.
Yeah. Now hear me out. Now we're all gamers here, right? And we all enjoy different kind of games. Now, mostly for me, I enjoy playing story-based games like many other people, and I play some online games, but I don't a lot because of my bad connection, and I'm too afraid that I might rage and break a controller. These things are very expensive. Anyway. Now, what we're gonna be talking about today is simulator games, and for me, I have never been to any of these simulator games like Truck Simulator or Flight Simulator. So I've always heard about them, and now I wanna know what's so good about them. Why do people play them? Because they feel like you're doing something that you can see outside of your house, or like you can watch it on TV. Like, what's so fun about driving a truck? That's what I want to know.
I mean, I think it's just great on the whole traveling aspect. To be fair, that's just my opinion only. Blue Fox, you have a game prepared as well, don't you?
I do, and it's about trucks.
It's about trucks, just so happens.
Well, look at that.
The Southern in me will enjoy that really good.
So we're going to try and convince you, Camzoid, about why a truck simulator is actually really good. So carry on.
Yeah.
Right, well, I guess the game that I'm bringing today is Zero Truck Simulator 2, the sequel. And I've played 100 and more hours or so. I'm not sure if that's too little or too much. Depends on the point of view. But anyways, as the title suggests, it's a game where you drive trucks around Europe. The original game without the DLCs contains Germany, France, and the United Kingdom, and some other smaller countries around like Switzerland and Netherlands. And then with the DLCs, you get Italy, you get the Iberian Peninsula, Scandinavia, Eastern Europe, and every 6 months or so new DLCs are released. And well, the point of the game is quite straightforward. you drive a track around Europe, period. But of course, it's not just that. It's organizing your track company, it's organizing your track itself, so modify it, putting upgrades, bringing different cargoes. So sometimes you have like big loads that require you to drive differently than smaller ones. And of course, well, there's a whole management aspect into that. And the game is simply quite relaxing, to be honest. It's not a game that you play for action. What I usually do when I play, I do that in single player, is that I hear myself a nice podcast like this one, and I drive. And well, I just enjoy my evening. It's a quite relaxing experience, and I have enjoyed all the 100 and plus hours I've played in it.
Well, I actually have a question. Do you need to buy things to enjoy it? So like the expansions or the new trucks, like paid DLC, like do you need to pay for that in order to enjoy your experience in Truck Simulator?
Well, I think you don't need it because the game itself, right from the get-go, has already a quite big map. As again, it goes from Germany, UK, Switzerland, and whatnot. So you already have a big experience. And besides, like the trucks themselves within the game are already all available. So the DLCs, like the microtransactions, those are only for like customizable, coloring your track and whatnot. I would say that the DLCs add, of course, interesting locations. So myself, I really like the DLC from Italy because that adds the whole Italian peninsula, and it's very charming and beautiful to roam around it. And well, of course, when the DLCs are released, they're a bit expensive, like I think $20. But then with the time, like after 1 year, it's already goes down to 10 or 5. So it's not too big of a burden. If you, of course, want to play with a whole steering wheel, then of course that's going to be a bit more expensive. I do not personally, I play with controller. But of course, if you want to have the full immersion experience, then I suppose that you have to cash in those $50-100.
What do you? What makes these games, like, in your opinion, unique? You know?
Yeah.
Well, Euro Truck Simulator is unique in the sense that its scope is relaxation. Like, it literally has no action, no story, no characters, no side quests, not anything. It's just driving a track. So it could sound like a simple premise, and it is. But then when you actually play it, you realize that the whole experience of relaxing, it's quite enjoyable. So then you can really enjoy the game itself for what it is, rather than enjoying it because you have to put yourself a challenge or a limitation or an achievement. There are a lot of relaxing games, of course, like Animal Crossing, for instance. But even in those games, there's some sort of challenge. You have to organize big things. You have to wait time. You have to farm. You have to grind. You have to do a lot of things that may not be quite relaxing. But
it's all about driving, yeah.
You drive a truck.
Simplicity is key, yeah.
Yeah.
And here it's just about driving.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, just having a simple, like, a simple, like, plan of how your game is going to be mapped out. Like, nothing that complex or hard. It's just driving a truck. Like driving a truck, managing it. It's nice and relaxing.
Absolutely. So, for answering your question, what makes these games unique is that its premise, it's very simple, and its scope, it's very straightforward. And usually games try to add more complexity, especially simulator games. They always add gimmicks that, sometimes are a bit annoying because you have to do certain tasks to achieve your certain goals. But in Euro Truck Simulator, once you learn how to drive, of course, maybe with a steering wheel it's a bit harder, but once you learn how to drive it, then, the challenge is just doing it for a long period of times.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. I want to just add in there that the best part about like simulator games in total for me, as he was just describing that just then, is the fact that I find in a lot of simulator games, the one thing that's different about simulator games from RPGs, stories, or for example, like Call of Duty, for example. Whereas Call of Duty, you're always on pressure to like run in and always be able to shoot your opponent. And if you don't shoot that opponent, he's going to shoot you. So you're on a time-based thing. You're on like a really close quarter thing, yeah? On games like Euro Truck or a lot of simulator games, you play it at your own speed. You play it at your own time limit. You know that there's the whole... If you want to do that mission of driving that truck to that point, you have to get there in a certain time, but it's your way of controlling how you want to take round corners, how, you know, the speed you want to take. And if you don't drive right, you're obviously going to get, you know, you'll get kicked from the online server if you don't drive right. So you've also got to play with headlights. So you've got to, like, you know, you got to make sure you're doing everything correct while you're driving. But it's all at your own speed. You know, you don't have to do anything if you don't really want to. It's, you know, it's all up to you on that. So yeah. Anyway, moving on to Alwood.
The game I have figured out is a game that I've actually played personally on my channel. Link in the description. Self-promotion is Minecraft, and you're probably you know, it's just a simple game where you mine wood and gather supplies and mining to build houses and kill creatures that could eat you, or that could ruin your game time. But I find it very very calming in the Minecraft world, just building things with my own two hands. Like, it just gives me a sense of serenity. I mean, of course, there's like surprises like creepers and zombies, but I kind of feel like it keeps you on your toes instead of just letting you like wander around aimlessly, you know?
All right. Now, I've got a question for you. Now I know nothing about Minecraft, but is it like a simulator game, or does it count as a simulator game?
I would probably say yes.
It's a sly one.
Yeah, it's a sneak. It's a sneak.
It's slims.
It's kind of like Die Hard being a Christmas movie. It's kind of like Die Hard being a Christmas movie. Like, it's not all about
it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it takes place during Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. Don't at me at the comments. Like, seriously.
All right.
But
that's an interesting way to describe Minecraft.
It's the Die Hard of...
is the Die
Hard of games. Christmas.
Yeah, so... it's like, it's kind of like a survival. Like, you're in the woods and you don't have any supplies, so you gather like twigs and stuff, make a house, kill any predators you can find, and make food. I kind of feel like Minecraft exemplifies that, but it kind of doesn't. Like, it really accentuates the sense of survival.
Would you say survival is your favorite part of the game?
Yeah, but I also really like creative mode, like building huge monuments or huge houses, and just playing around with my friends.
Yeah. Whenever I hear about,
I know that Minecraft can
whenever I hear about Minecraft, I always hear about the buildings. You know, you see many people building like gigantic houses,
like a Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. They're building towns, countries, anything that comes to your mind. It's already been built on Minecraft.
It's always funny because I always find on Google that I was just researching there. It's Minecraft is actually known as a sandbox game more than other games, other than simulator. So when it says like it just rings in there, you know, Die Hard. Yes, I agree.
It's the Die Hard of games. Or
it's the Die Hard of game.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you both enjoy the survival part and the building part of Minecraft. Do you only play in the creative mode where you only can build, or when you build you also do the survival part at the same time?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I would build a huge, nice house for my friends and stuff, and then we would switch over to survival mode and just survive on the house. Like, survive in the house, so we didn't have to worry about that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I usually do. I also play the other modes they have online, like Sky Wars and other things like that.
I'm gonna say I love the experience of the fact that, you know, of Minecraft being kind of like that area simulator game. But the thing with Minecraft is it's got so many other more elements. As you said, there's different game modes in Minecraft that like people can come in and come up with and actually create. Sky walls, prop hunt, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, prop hunt.
for me, that game, always resembles and always mirrors other games that I also have played and enjoyed in the past. A couple of years ago, I played a bit of Gary's Mod, and obviously, Prop Hunt is one of the best game modes on that game. I'm not quite sure if you guys have played Gary's Mod. Have you guys played Gary's Mod?
I tried it.
Yeah. I've definitely seen a few videos of Gary's Mod.
Yeah, Gary's Mod can just be any game in the world. You could class Gary's Mod as a survival game. It won't say it, but it will. It's classed as but this is like anything. And but I think mostly it's counted as like that creativity modding game. And I also find like that's from years ago, and it's moved up to a point where Minecraft took over, and then I think now Fortnite has took over in that creativity realm.
Yeah, but
sadly,
there's a lot. Yeah, sadly. Yeah, I'm more of a.
I don't think it's all that bad.
I'm sending kids to the
Could you imagine
gulag.
Call of Duty with creative mode in it?
Oh, that would be awesome.
that would be really good.
Call of Duty
1,000 zombies.
bed walls and
1,000 zombies.
Call of Duty Prop Hunt.
That would be pretty
cool,
cursed.
man.
Oh, I think there was a thing like that before, like as a mode.
Is that a chair? Is that actually a radio, or is that a person?
Is that actually Alex Mason?
That's not Alex Mason. That is a player disguised as Alex Mason.
Oh no!
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Shoot him in the face. Shoot him like what's dead.
I think there should be a game mode. This is my thing
How
on
to
Call of
kill
Duty.
Mason.
The one way to make Call of Duty like escalated 10 times better.
Well, to be fair, there are many mods
everyone
in Fortress
Alex
2
Mason.
that would allow you to do that. So
I say like
Right,
let
that's just
100
better.
people into the one field of fighting, and then but
Make
just
them
keep
all Alex
everyone
Mason.
as the same skin. Yeah, same skin.
They're all
Could you
John Rambo.
beautiful.
They're all John Rambo.
They're all Captain Price.
Why don't
Ken
they
Price.
like do like imagine
Oh,
imagine a prop hunt battle royal? Like I think that could work. Imagine, yeah. Imagine 5 players hunting down 100 props. I think.
1,000
I
props.
think it might work, depending
Like,
on the space that
This
is.
is a prop. This is a prop. And this is a
You'd be self-conscious. You'd never trust a tree again.
Yeah,
Never trust those
that
trees.
could be bad.
I don't know how
I
we
don't
got to
know,
this
man.
topic.
That's how this podcast works.
This is how this podcast works. We have a plan, and then we get way off track.
And
Yeah,
then we just
We're talking about
fly off the
simulator games, and
rails.
then way off track.
Yeah, here's a DeLorean.
An attempt was made.
No, okay, so no, I wanted to come in and I want to say some games that number one I've played lately, ones that I don't like, and I say if you're gonna try a simulator game out, do not try this particular game out, okay? And there are some games that I'm gonna say that are actually pretty cool, and I want you guys' opinions on these. Number one, for an introduction to anyone who's never played a simulator game before, and especially the real Camzoid here, do not play this game if it's your first time playing a simulator game. Okay. Flight Simulator. Stay away from it.
wait, what?
Flight
Stay
Simulator.
away.
Wait,
You got the-
wait,
you got
wait,
those boots
wait.
right
I
there.
thought
Flight
I
Simulator.
thought like Flight Simulator compared to the other ones was like the best one because it gives a really cool experience.
What?
It is the best one, yeah.
Yeah,
It's still pretty not that.
It's not on the
It's
best
stupid.
level yet.
it's a
It's not stupid. It's actually like flying an airplane. You don't want to do it if you don't know what you're doing. It's not that bad. I could I unlike the older games, I could actually take off in that game and I could be in the air. It's just I would eventually at some point in the middle of the flight I'd lose control, tip all
Is
over.
it that hard to fly a plane?
here's a schematic. Here's an airplane representing a DeLorean.
That's the reason why I stay on the truck,
Yeah.
the Euro Truck Simulator.
No,
In that game, you don't fly.
my keyboard. No. Okay.
Generally, though, like if you do want a really good experience in games, like maybe like I'm not gonna say train, but if you're on truck sim or a driving simulator or inside flight simulator, use a joystick. Like they're built
Joysticks.
for those types of controls. It's better than using a controller or a keyboard.
Yes,
because,
definitely.
You know, it's flight. You're
Wow,
using
man,
it.
you're really making it sound like Flight Simulator is much harder than flying a real plane.
Controls.
There's a reason why people that are really invested into Truck Sim have big, massive screens around them and a steering wheel right there. It's because it's easier to drive a truck when you're actually driving a truck.
Because it feels like you're really driving
a truck at all.
Guys, the real way to play plane simulator is if you add motion controls. Nintendo, get on that.
I don't know if any of you guys have thought about this. You know when you're like flying a plane and then you played GTA. Have you played GTA?
You know when you're flying a plane and you hit the ground and it explodes? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know why I said that in that way. But you know when you fly a plane on GTA with like an Xbox controller, do you ever wonder why are cars and planes and trains are all not using Xbox controllers? I've always wondered this. Like, could you imagine if you just got in a car and just like the controller popped out and just like,
Oh yeah, the steering wheel was replaced.
It would be really cool, wouldn't it?
Just imagine a car controlled by a remote control, like a gas-powered car, controlled by a remote control.
I mean, it's probably dangerous, especially dangerous. If I had producer Lewis on this, I would be in a car and Lewis would be wirelessly driving me around everywhere.
Yeah, a little bit of a disclaimer. Producer Lewis is kind of suspicious.
He's sitting there in the background keeping an eye on us all. Right, moving
He's
on
probably
to...
very disappointed.
He knows
because we went over time.
Keeping an eye on us.
He knows I live in Winnipeg.
He's gonna tell us off if we don't continue. Right, okay. Right, moving
We're
on
exposing
to...
him.
Yeah. He's not here. He doesn't exist. He's not...
He's totally not real.
He 100% will kill all of us. Okay.
Yeah, back on topic.
Okay, moving on. So another game that that I've played a lot recently. Actually, two games that I played a lot recently. I played Green Hell, and I've also been playing Gas Station Simulator.
Ooh.
And they both have something very unique about them.
I'm sorry. What's so unique about Gas Station Simulator? I gotta know, man.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I gotta know.
Okay, it's a really good selling point, and I explained this in a video I'd done earlier on, but in more of an expansion because I'm not actually in that zone. It's more of it keeps you on your toes. It doesn't just push you to a point of going like just running a gas station, but it's running a gas station plus you've got to manage employees, you got to manage the car wash, you got to manage stock, you got to manage. If you haven't run a gas station, it basically it's a way of trying to make money from nothing, and it just feels like it makes you work for the money, and when you get the money from the stuff that you do on this, it just makes you feel so much more it makes you feel relieved, because it makes you feel like you've actually earned that money. It doesn't just give it to you. You have to fix a truck to get some money. You have to buy product and then sell that product to get the money. So it's like it's got all those aspects of what you'd get as a gas station, but at the same time, it also gets you that feeling of like, it's a game. You can pretty much do everything. My favorite part is the button with the aliens, and you get to push this button, and
destroy the gas station.
And basically it destroys all the cars at the gas station, and it lifts them up into the sky and goes da-da-dun-da-dun.
It's the nuke button.
It's there. Yeah, there's a nuke button in the game.
What?
They know there's a nuke button in the game. They know they've got glitches, and basically they built in a new fix button to bring the aliens to the thing to take away all the car errors that so if two cars crashed on the game, they would just remove it. basically.
How convenient.
Also another part is you get to brush cars away.
Oh, you can?
You get a broomstick, and that broomstick moves cars. It's quite funny. So there's funny stuff in that game,
Blow them up.
but also there's the aspect of being able to run it. And when you get near the end of the game, actually, I haven't actually got to the end of the game, but when you get quite far in the game, you get to lock in employees, and you get to make them do all the work, so you don't have to, and you get to like
So you
own
can
it like a
rise at the
professional business owner.
level of capitalism.
Basically, basically at the end of the day, after a while from just trying to make your gas station work, it turns into like a business owner, and you're a business owner of a gas station. It's just like, it's really cool, because I didn't know a lot of business ownership games out there in a first person, feel. And of course, Green Hell is the hardest survival simulator game. You're based in a jungle, and there is nothing that you have to survive. You have to build beds, you have to sleep, you have to survive. It's really good. Now, there is an RPG story aspect in it, but the actual survival aspect I love the best. And there's so much chopping down trees and just like making that into like a system of weights. Like, you're chopping down trees and you're like crafting stuff, and you're actually making it into items and all that kind of stuff. It is generally some of the best video game experience that I've played. It's got a very nice co-op routine. The game's very hard to play solo, so I always recommend, if you go into a game like that, it's always the cooperative aspect that you really want to stick at. So if you go into a game like that, I'd say get like a friend, do it with a friend, because at least when you suffer and you die, you're going to suffer and die together.
That's the best way to put it, I guess.
Yeah, and
The power of dying together.
And the game is not kind. The game is generally not kind, and I love a game that's not kind, because no matter of all the messing up and the hate in the game, there's that enjoyability of being able for a game to actually attack you and go, I'm going to kill you now.
You suck.
There's this leopard on this game, yeah,
And it kicks you in the nuts.
easiest way, and it keeps killing you, and it keeps killing you, it keeps killing you, and there's a way to kill it. And when you figure out that way to kill it, you kill it, and boom, you're like, yes, victory! I've killed the leopard! Yay! Woo!
And then a second one comes out and immediately kills
And then
you.
a second one comes out, immediately kills you.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean that's how it usually works in the jungle.
So I was prepared. I got myself some equipment. I was ready to take down 2 leopards. Killed the second leopard, and guess what happened after that?
A third one.
Yeah, a third one. Yeah, exactly. And that kept on going for about 6 or 7 leopards. So I was like,
And then after the 7th leopard,
It's a pretty
land
accurate
shark.
simulator, if you ask me.
well, the third one got me, and after that, they kept on killing me.
Sad.
And after the 7th leopard, it's a land shark.
Yeah, and then eventually they stop attacking you, and then you get to build more of your base. But the whole thing about is like surviving that situation, making sure you've got the equipment, keep moving on, making sure that trying not to die. If you play the game with an aspect of like, let's not die at all, it's going to be very hard, and you won't be able to do it. But it's known as one of the hardest survival games out there.
I think we should wrap this up, right?
All right. Well, thank you for
watching this podcast episode. If you guys liked it, comment, like, and subscribe, and subscribe to these guys.
Well, subscribe to, of course, Jump Inside Games, and let's hope to come up together with another podcast in the future. All right, well, I think this is it's a wrap.
Oh, yeah, guys, yeah. Channel links will be in the descriptions. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please check out all these people's channels, because they're all amazing, and of course, you guys are beautiful. Moving on.
Okay.
And of course, we're going to move on and say thank you so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Please don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. And ta from all of us here at the Jump Inside podcast. Bye.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Bye bye. Arrivederci.